kayong mga Kapuso and welcome to another episode of Cool Hub! Kung saan nasisilip natin ang iba't ibang mga cool collections and hobbies ng ating mga Kapuso. And for today's episode, nako, for sure matutuwa ang mga K-pop fans natin dito sa Pilipinas. Our guest today is the COO of Pulp Live World, one of the biggest and largest and most diverse live event companies dito sa Pilipinas that brought in acts such as Aerosmith, Kelly Clarkson, and of course, ang mga paborito nating mga K-pop groups such as BTS, EXO, and Super Junior. And that is just to name a few, guys. And she is also one of K-pop's largest authorities here in the country. Let's welcome to Cool Hub, Miss Happee Sy-Go.
Hi! Ang ganda naman ng intro.
Well-deserved. Alam mo ba, yesterday, yung mga kaibigan ko, sinabi ko sa kanila, uy, makakasama ko si Inang sa interview ko for GMA. Tapos nagulat sila. Sabi nila, it would be an honor to have you here. And bilang lahat ng mga K-popper dito sa Pilipinas, familiar talaga sa'yo because of ikaw yung tinatawag nila na representatives ng Pilipinas pag buwibisita dito yung mga idols natin. Kaya thank you also for being here. I'm sure yung mga K-pop fans excited na makita yung POV mo or yung mga kwento mo pag na-meet mo yung mga idols natin.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because I get a lot of questions all the time about that. And then I don't really get the chance to tell them exactly how it is. Or sa sobrang dami ng question nila, parang never akong maubusan ng kwento.
Oo nga eh, sabi nga nila sa akin, may mga ano na rin sila eh, mga singit na rin sila ng mga questions para sa akin. And gusto ko pala sabihin sa'yo na aside from that, I'm also a fan of yours because of Pangarap Lang Kita. Alam mo, nung starting in showbiz and I was in a show, lagi ko kinakanta yan. Especially the Chinese part. Hindi naman ako nagsa-Chinese, pero it was ang galing ng paglagay mo doon ng parang another language into a Filipino song. So, thank you about that.
That's really nice.
Sana mahata ka rin namin to sing here on Cool Hub. How did you start sa pagiging K-pop concert producer? Were you really into K-pop? What inspired you to bring our favorite idols here?
Well, actually, I wasn't really into K-pop that time. I was just into Super Junior. And then that time, with my friend is a promoter na eh. He owns Pulp na. So during that time, he promotes rock and metal only. So I told him, I like to do K-pop. And then he was like, "Hey, what?" Hindi niya alam K-pop kasi talagang walang may alam ng K-pop. Tapos sabi ko, K-pop, Korean pop. Tapos sabi niya parang, who would understand? Nobody can understand Korean in the Philippines. Who would watch? Tapos sabi ko, basta, gusto ko. Parang ano na. He was trying to impress me. Papakute siya sa akin. So nagpa-schedule siya agad ng meeting and then he found a way to get Super Junior na. So parang 2 weeks after that, I received an email from them na parang saying na, oh, I heard you're looking for us, what can we do for you, blah, blah. And then it started there. So basically, wala akong kaalam-alam into production and anything. Basta gusto ko lang sila.
Oh my gosh, and your first concert was Suju, is that correct?
Yes, that was my first. Basically, I was trained by them. So sila na nag-train sa akin how it is to do it and then what to do. But of course, it was really important that time, my friend Vernon, friend ko pala siya, now he's my husband na. Siyempre pinakasalan ko na, di ba? And then, that time, he already has the credibility of a promoter. Eh. He has the background na, he has all the stuff na. So that made it easier kasi basically they check on all those background experiences.
Pulp Live is one of the leading organizers and promoters of K-pop concerts in the country. Among them are Super Junior, Twice, ITZY, IU, 21, BTS, Big Bang, EXO, Taeyoon, Lee Jong-suk, iKON, Soji Sub, and Blackpink. When was this? Yung first concert mo with Suju, and how was it?
That was basically we got in communication with them 2009, and then the show was 2010, April 10, 2010. Since it was very first, it was really tough, and then there's a lot of problems that happened, like parang on our end, not really for the fans, because the fans of course watch a perfect show, but as everybody in production would know, so along the way, that's where the crazy stuff happens, diba? That was the first time that Araneta Coliseum was rented for a week. Tapos basically the entire floor became a stage, so parang lahat sila nagugulat. Basically, it cost-wise, it was too expensive to mount in the Philippines. But then for me naman, I don't have any comparison because that was my first show. So cost-wise, wala akong pakialam. Parang ganyan level siya that time. So, siyempre, lugi-lugi siya super. So I was planning on the second one, para hopefully I know na how to calculate and stuff like that. So when we booked the second year again, I booked April 10 again, 2011 naman. So parang a year after I wanted like that. Parang memorable siya. So I blocked my calendar April 10, 2011. But then they wanted February. So I blocked na my date. So I got married on April 10, 2011. Kaya forever ko na-remember yung April 10, 2010.
The Super Show 2 in Manila of Super Junior was the first major K-pop concert held in the Philippines. Back then, it was the largest stage construction for a concert. I hear kasi that K-pop management is really different, even compared sa mga international na Hollywood na mga guests. How is it working as a producer for them?
It's totally different. Basically, polar opposite siya. If us kasi, lalo na Philippines. Pag Philippines, diba, mas more relaxed tayo, everyone's friendly. Pag American naman, they're more of like very independent. They wouldn't really ask you to do anything. Basta it's in the rider. Whatever they told you to do, nandyan. Yun na yun eh. But for K-pop, basically on-call ka 24/7, ganyan. Tapos, separate maybe because of the language barrier as well. So parang they expect more. Koreans kasi they're very on time. It matches my personality. Basically, parang I found my soulmates. Kasi parang whatever they utos, whatever they like, ganyan-ganyan, last minute kahit wala sa usapan, alam mo yung aligaga ako agad to get it for them or to make it happen. But actually, for other people, that's quite irritating kasi parang ang kulit mo, parang wala naman yan sa usapan, parang ganyan. Pag may naisip siyang bigla something out of nowhere, biglang sabihin niya, oh, I'm thinking I'll move this light to there. Hello, mag-open na yung gates. Ililipat mo pa yung ilaw? Hindi mo pwede sabihin na, no more. Hindi. Dapat try mo talaga. Me, I gotten used to it na with 10 years of working with them.
Tsaka grabe yung quality talaga ng mga work nila, how they really plan how the stage would look like. And iba din yung quality of work nila pag ginagawa nila yung mga stage. And we're really grateful. I've always been curious, how did the term Inang start?
Actually, I don't really know. It was the fans. Kasi if I had a choice, diba? Baka sabihin ko Queen Mother, yung mga ganyan.
English man lang.
Naging, hindi ko sure kung they're the ones who started it. Because maybe they consider me as somebody older who guides them. Usually, every time they message me in my social media, hi Nang, tapos they'll tag me and then they'll ask me. I try my best to answer each concern. Like lahat yan sinasagot ko kung hindi ko pinapakawalan kahit isa. Unless na lang talaga hindi ko siya nakita. So parang they feel that connection with me, I guess.
Our viewers would be so curious. Can you give us a rundown sa lahat ng mga concerts na dinala mo dito sa Philippines? Different concerts na ginawa mo.
Definitely, it's 2010 with Super Show 2, Super Junior. When we started kasi, I would just do one K-pop show in a year. Enough na yun. Kumbaga 1 year ko pinagpapreparan yan. Ganyan siya grabe. Tapos, after a while, I got more confident na in preparation. Kaya dumadami siya. And then 2011, we brought them back again. So we had Super Show 3 again. And then we also added CN Blue. Then we had actors, and then I brought in the new artists, like I brought in Vix, Infinite, brought in sino pa ba? 17. Actually, lahat na nasa likod ko.
Oo nga, sabi ko nga yung mga light stick mo ata, sobrang dami. Is that all from your concerts?
That's really my goal, to collect all the light sticks ever. Ang problem, sobrang siyang mahal. But, inisip ko na lang na parang siguro isang light stick, ilang percent ng sweldo mo in a month. Alam mo, naka-allocate na siya kay light sticks. Ang problem lang, I thought I was gonna finish na collecting it. And then suddenly, biglang tinanong ako na isa sa mga staff ko sa office. Sabi niya, Miss, are you also gonna collect the Japanese version? Ako, I'm gonna die. May Japanese version din.
Ang light stick, I didn't know that. Wow.
The ones I have are just Korean version na. Meron akong nanay, meron siyang anak. So parang yeah.
The first official light stick used in a concert is most often credited to Big Bang. This light stick or fan light strategy was used to set them apart from other fandoms. Grabe, yung mga
Fans, I love the fans kasi that's the one I really use. Para silang Noah's Ark, they come in twos. Yung isa ginagamit ko, yung isa binubuksan ko, yung isa dyan lang siya.
naka-box pa.
Ewan ko, ganun ba lahat ng tao? Fine.
Ganyan talaga ata eh. Pag may collector's item ka, gusto mo talagang alagaan. Did your collection there start? When did it start? Magkaroon ka ng sarili mong shelf and collection of items.
I love kasi memorabilia. So I'm the type of person na pag pumunta ako in an event, paglabas, ako yung una-una nakapila sa booth ng merch booth. Ganon type ako, kahit wrestling yan o ano man yan. Parang gusto ko lang meron akong mauwi na souvenir. So every show that I do, I have all the items that are there. The light sticks are separately bought every time I go to Korea, everywhere, every artist, whatever I like, kung may bagong labas, ganyan.
Here are some of the must-have K-pop merchandise for all K-pop fans. Albums, photo cards, postcards, posters, wearables, photo books, cheering slogans, dolls, light sticks, mini banners, fans, and luggage tags. The most expensive K-pop merchandise listed by Koreaboo is Lee Soo-man's New Age 2 vinyl priced at $235. What was the most memorable na concert that you did and why?
Yung the very first show that I did, that was the one that's always reminding me of how I should do my work. Kasi I remember when I first did the show, they didn't want to believe that Manila can do it. Because first and foremost, we didn't have the capacity when it comes to the technical requirements. We didn't have the same quality that can be done to replicate exactly what it was in Korea. So it was really a tough climb. And then, talagang the few minutes before the show, or maybe an hour before the show, I remember the Korean manager said, the Korean management, the top nila, sabi sa akin, parang Happy, if one of those bulbs fail to work in the middle of the show, parang pull out sila, tapos cancel na everything, tapos yung deposit ko mawawala, basically ganyan. So talagang nakabantay talaga ako sa screen. Talagang yun yung show na talagang binabantayan ko lahat ng ilaw, na gumalaw kayo, hindi pwede may magbagong ilaw. So doon ko na, yun yung pinaka-forever reminder to me na you should always strive for perfection.
Tsaka naintindihan mo na rin kasi parang whenever I see these artists kasi diba it takes some years to really train for it and gusto mo rin pantayan yung effort na binibigay nila. There are artists na sobrang napa-fangirl ka. You meet so many, pero is there like a group that really parang gusto mo nilang kalimutan yung pagiging producer mo kasi sobrang nag-fangirl ka sa kanila?
Well, super love ko talaga Super Junior. I think everybody knows that. But in every show that we do, parang especially recently, parang lagi may nakahanap ako isa. Alam mo, there's always one person that will catch your attention.
Yung bias mo. Like, parang in a group, meron kang bias.
Yeah. Almost every time we bring in, I would have those moments naman. But I don't really kasi watch. I don't watch the show eh.
What?
So I go around. I don't really...
Kasi sa backstage
so everybody thinks
all the time.
Oh. Everybody's thinking actually I'm the luckiest because it's my show, I could watch it. Maybe I'm the luckiest because I'm the one making their dreams come true in that sense. So lagi sa gilid lang ako or silip-silip. And then most of the time kasi we have to do something else while the show is happening. Or that's the only time we can eat. That's the only time yung ganyan.
Yes.
So parang it's only limited moments in the shows that I always see. Except na lang pag biglang nagka-bias nga ako, tumatakbo ako sa time niya. Kasi alam ko yung setlist, di ba? So alam ko pag yan na yung kanta, tumatakbo talaga ako. Tapos gitnang-gitna.
What was the last concert na dinala mo dito sa Philippines?
Pinaka-last was just right before we quarantined. Grabe, mamatay ako dyan. Like, I thought it was not gonna happen anymore.
Wow.
Buti na lang, they had faith, and then everybody is required to wear a mask. Everybody were checked. Tedious talaga yung safety precautions niya. And then I had to go to the city hall to present my security plan, medical plan, and everything. So that was the last in Arena. It was the 17 OTU concert last February 7. So back-to-back siya supposedly with Running Man for February 8. But then yung February 8, hindi siya natuloy. Kasi more of the program ng Running Man cast was interaction with the fans.
Yes, yes.
So they were afraid na baka they'll be afraid to go near each other. It won't be as fun. And then, pinaka-last ko na talagang humabol pa up to the end, bago ma-quarantine lahat na ng pangyayari, was yung Feb 29. I had NCT Dream naman in New Frontier Theater.
Can we check out your collection and memorabilia? Can we get like a zoom in? Which one of that is your pinaka-favorite na item?
I made a special room for them. Ito, yung Super Junior ko sa pinakataas, yung packaging tape. Kita mo ba?
Oo.
Kasi magagamitin nila yung packaging tape ko, di ba? Pag nag-impake sila dito. Kaya tinago ko talaga siya dyan up there. Tapos, these are my light sticks. Yung iba naka-box pa, yung iba nakalabas.
Tapos tigdalawa nga, no? Some of them.
Yeah. Tapos, yeah, like, lahat na sila para silang Noah's Ark. Ganyan. Tapos, these are the Blackpink merch from the last Blackpink show. Sabi ko sa'yo lahat, hindi ko papakawalan lahat yan. Kahit towel, kahit ano.
Binili mo lahat. Who is your bias sa Blackpink?
Lisa. I started with Lisa, and then now I like Jisoo.
Oh!
So parang, palipat-lipat ako, balimbing ako sa inyo. Like this one, this is a sample. Like this is for NCT. If you look at it, it's so big, diba? And then suddenly, they came out with super teeny tiny.
Na version ng...
So I love it. Yeah. Tapos
Sandy
parang,
siya.
diba, mommy and daughter. Alam mo yung mommy and daughter siyang ganyan. So parang, yeah, I love that. Tapos like this one naman yung sa Blackpink, teeny tiny din.
Ang cute!
Parang ayan yung mommy niya. Siya yung mommy, siya naman yung baby. Tapos, these are the fans. I love the fans. Tapos yan, yung mga washi tapes. I have a lot of washi tapes. Like, hindi ko na alam na saan, but I use them all. I love stationaries kasi, like little things. Tapos, these are the EXO corner. EXO corner. Tapos, ayan si Little Happee.
That's so cute.
Happy.
Buti na lang, I forgot na ikwento sa viewers natin that you have your own cartoon character din that you use for your vlogs.
Yes. Yeah, that's her. In all the artists that I bring in their dressing room, she's always there. She has a pillow, she has a blanket. May mga ganap yan.
The Little Happy avatar was introduced in the Happy Hour Viber community last June 18. Fans have started sharing the Little Happy Viber stickers to express their varying reactions in daily conversations.
Tapos, dito sa baba, I have the BTS new collection.
Wow.
Toys. And then, the winner. And then the Stray Kids, may chinelas yan. Ayoko buksan yung chinelas kasi baka magamit ko. Tapos 17. So yeah, it's mostly that. And then bottom yung sa Wings tour ng BTS. And then BTS fan. These naman are all the posters of all the shows. So basically, these are all signed posters.
Oh my goodness.
Because these are all the signed magazines. These are all the ones that I haven't opened. Promise ko sarili ko this quarantine I'll fix them, but I have not. So parang good luck.
Curious din pala kami to ask you, how do you decide which artist to bring here in the country?
Well, the decision of which artist to bring in the country, it always lies on what I currently listen to. For me, ever since when I started it, it was very personal for me. And it worked. Because that's how I get to communicate with the fans. That's how I understand what they want. And that's how I service them back. With me, I focus on whatever I'm listening to, whatever I like. And then if it's their time to tour, That's when I ask for it, and then I plan for it.
And is it a requirement that you watch their live performances before you can decide who to bring in?
Well, most of the management, they would ask me to go to Korea, or sometimes if they have an earlier stop before the Philippines, I have to go there and
To see
watch it
the
because they have to show me they have to show me what's gonna happen para I could start planning na for it in Manila. So at least when I see a show, I know immediately what we don't have in Manila. So we start looking elsewhere na. Especially when it's a big show, it's a requirement that we have to go and watch it.
Miss Happy, sobrang naka-curious talaga ako. So, pag dinadala mo dito yung mga idols na favorite natin, pinaplan out mo ba how you can give them like a touch of our country? Like, sa food ba, do you sort of insert some Filipino food sa mga, ano nila, sa mga dishes nila? Or do you somewhat plan how you can show them a bit of the Philippines pag pupunta sila dito?
Yes, definitely, especially when the artist is first time. Because like I remember the very first time the BTS came, they were not so big yet that time. So I brought them to Malate. So okay lang sila sa
Talaga?
Malate.
Dinala mo sila
So
sa
yeah, they
Malate?
were just, yeah, I know,
Wait
right?
lang.
Lakad-lakad lang sila sa Malate. So I like them to feel how it is in the Philippines. So nagigets nila how our lifestyle is. During the shows naman in the backstage, usually with the help of the fan club of the artist, because we always have local fan clubs of the artist, and then there's a lot of them usually. They would always support it with that. They always would give them, like, you know, those little jeepneys.
Yeah, yung
Like
mga
they would always, yes, they would always give you mga dried mangoes. They have some fans who are coming from Davao, from Bacolod. They bring in the
gifts.
specialty of their provinces. Yes, and then me naman, it's my job na I try and make sure that they really get it, and then they really get to try it, which most of the time they do naman. Kasi like now, meron na silang favorite brand ng dried mango, yung ganyan. Di ba, some of them have come back 2, 3 times
Yes,
na.
yes.
They know na what to expect, what food they like.
Nakakatuwa naman. So, including yung mga fan clubs, you really help these different fan groups also get in touch with their idols. Is there like a, ano lang, may mga limitations something for them? Or is there, how do you do it?
Every time an artist is gonna come to Manila, the fan club would reach out to me na, so we can start talking about what they wanna do. And then once they plan na what they wanna do, they're gonna come up with a proposal, and then I would fix it up in a way wherein it's easier for the Koreans to understand. And then I would send it to Korea for approval. And then I'll be the one basically parang ahente nila to make it happen. So everything that you see, even during a show, sometimes all the fans put up a banner, put up a sign, tapos lahat yan same color, ganyan. It's all in collaboration with the artist management and the fan club and the local fan club. My job there really is just to give them the parang the opportunity to connect, and then at the same time to make it happen. But all of those ideas, it's really the initiative of the local fan clubs. So yeah.
Nakakatuwa yung effort ng fans. Iba talaga pag fans ng mga idols natin eh. Parang grabe yung collaborative work nila. Hindi lang yung parang punta lang sa mall show tapos may dala na agad. And I think yung experience pa din siguro Happy as an artist also helped out with that.
Oh yes, definitely. It made me more sensitive to what they are feeling. With me, having that opportunity to do it before makes me more sensitive to how the artists are feeling. So, priority ko yan. Like, talaga, they have to be really, like, a lot of people are saying I'm too strict in the backstage. But for me kasi, if my artist is not feeling well, pag lumabas yan sa stage, hindi siya happy, iritado na yan eh. So I always make sure that they're happy backstage before they go up the stage, and they're very, whatever they like, alam mo yung lahat bibigay ko yan. And then, to the point na super happy siya na paglabas yan ng stage, lahat gusto niya ibigay sa fans. And even before they go down, lahat ng food, lahat ng ano nila, ready na rin. Basta lagi one step ahead ako. I'm very sensitive with that. Because I feel like they do their job right, I do my job right, everybody happy. Parang ganyan.
Tsaka pag when you treat them right, lagi na naiisip na, ang babait ng mga Pilipino, sobrang
Yes,
hospitable
exactly.
nila.
So parang at least pala, kaya tuloy parang diba, lagi nila hindi makalimutan Philippines. Paano may lechon lagi sa likod nila? Yung mga ganyan. So parang, what's that? Di ba?
Since 10 years ka nang nagpo-produce and nakakamit ng iba't ibang mga K-pop artists as well as yung mga management nila, do you know how to speak Korean na?
I do, but for
Wow!
some reason, I don't really speak it until super duper pushed to a corner. I don't know why. Siguro I got spoiled kasi na I always have a translator. Pero like siguro if I did not get spoiled na may translator ako dyan, I could have spoken it more confidently. It's just that parang mas gusto ko yung mystery na hindi, alam mo yung feeling nila na parang marunong kaya siya mag-Korean or Tagalog or English lang.
I've heard that your motto is pay it forward and be happy. Can you show us how you came up with this idea? Yung motto mo na ito?
Every time some areas would get sold out, instead of selling some more, squeezing them somewhere, I would give it as a raffle. But usually, it's more of in a way we're in. Are you a ticket holder? Parang you can nominate somebody who's not a ticket holder. We give it to somebody who don't have. I try to keep teaching them that para every now and then, there's always somebody new who could never ever watch a K-pop show. As in, never can ever afford. But they get the chance. Alam mo yun, sometimes you would see them, like never siya nakanood ng kahit anong show ever. Hindi niya nga alam para pumunta ng arena. And then suddenly, nasa pinakaharap siya, mamatay siya talaga sa iyak. Alam mo yung ganyan. So every time I'm blessed like that, I like sharing it like that. Para them, in exchange, they do something nice naman to the next person. And then, I feel, through the years of doing it like that, now, the community is becoming more solid and more united. So I always say that. That's why it's pay it forward and then choose happy. And hopefully that it keeps passing on. And then hopefully that people would always, like people especially who follows me and watches my vlogs and then follows me on social media, they always remember that.
And siguro, grabe, ang dami na siguro umiiyak sa'yo sa mga socials mo pag nagsasabi, thank you for giving us a chance to see your favorite idol. Siguro you get that kind of message a lot.
Yes. That's actually, sometimes that is what always reminds me why I do what I do sometimes. Like sometimes I get so tired and so toxic na surrounding. And then I question na parang, am I still happy? Like what? I'm so tired like that. But then, having that chance every time we have a show, especially when it's sold out, that's the best time I can give it back like that.
What is your message sa mga super diehard na K-pop fans and fangirls out there?
For all those who enjoy K-pop, I hope to see you one of these days in the shows. And if you cannot watch the shows naman, there's always YouTube. They're everywhere in
Yes.
YouTube. There's so many free stuff online that the K-pop artist releases for their fans to support. So it's really nice and it's really good that they get to have all those. So I hope that they continue exploring, continue learning about all the groups in K-pop para at least they get to enjoy it as a whole.
And para din makita nila yung efforts and yung what's different between every artist. Miss Happee, can you please plug to us yung mga social medias mo and of course yung vlog mo, Happy Hour, where we can check out yung mga you fangirling together with other artists and your guests?
Watch my vlogs on YouTube at Happy Hour and then all social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Happy Hour lahat. HAPPEEHOUR. And I hope that everybody who's trying to learn how it is to be a K-popper or how it is to be in K-pop world, K-pop community, how it is to have a family, a second family online in K-pop, this is the YouTube account that you can check out. So you can see what we have been up to, what everyone's up to, and I hope to see you guys in one of our shows when we're all outside na.
Totoo. Where can we check out yung mga susunod mo mga artists na dalhin, yung mga concerts? Do you have an official website?
Well, yes, we have naman www.pulp.ph. So everything is there naman. And then usually when it's strictly K-pop related, I put it up in my Happy Hour SNS.
Thank you, Miss Happee.
So malalaman mo yun.
Oh, ano na ako, magpa-follow na rin ako doon.
Yeah.
Magpa-follow na ako doon. Thank Thank you, Miss Happy. And of course, thank you sa lahat ng mga kapuso natin for joining us for another episode of Cool Hub. I am your host, Myrtle Sarrosa, and I hope to see you guys next time for another episode of Cool Hub. That's 10:30 a.m. every Saturday dito sa official GMA Artist Center YouTube channel. Bye, guys! Gabby Garcia here.
This is Elijah Alejos.
This is Kate Valdez.
GMA Artist Center finally has its own YouTube channel!
Kaya mga kapuso, I'm inviting you to subscribe to GMA Artist Center's YouTube channel.
Just go to youtube.com/GMA Artist Center.
Like every video and share and hit that notification bell to get the latest Kapuso updates. See you there!